If you're watching this, there's a good chance you're exhausted from trying to explain yourself. You're tired of explaining why you cancel plans, why small things feel big, why you can look fine and still feel completely depleted. You may also be tired of defending the fact that this is real. I want you to hear this clearly first. What you're experiencing makes sense. Adrenal fatigue is not a personal failure and it's not a weakness. And it's not something you caused by not handling stress well enough. This condition develops because the stress response system has been pushed beyond its capacity to adapt. This video exists so you don't have to keep finding the right words or the right explanations anymore. You don't have to keep justifying your limits. You can simply share this. So from here on, I'm going to speak directly to the people who love someone with adrenal fatigue. If you're a partner, family member, friend, or coworker with someone with adrenal fatigue, this next part is for you. If your loved one has adrenal fatigue, you may feel confused by what you're seeing. They may be more sensitive than they used to be. They might be exhausted by things that once felt easy. They may cancel plans, struggle with decisions, or even be overwhelmed by simple daily tasks, life in general. You may wonder why rest doesn't seem to fix it, or why encouragement sometimes makes things worse. Well, adrenal fatigue is a dysfunction of the stress response system. It develops over time as a result of a genetic vulnerability combined with enough chronic stress to overwhelm that system. This condition doesn't appear overnight. It takes years to develop. A useful way to think about this is, imagine a zebra running from a cheetah. Well, that chase lasts seconds. Once it's over, the zebra rests, recovers. Your loved one's been running from cheetahs for years, not days, with no respite or recovery. And over time, the nervous system becomes hypersensitive. Hormone signaling becomes dysregulated. Energy production becomes unreliable. This is why events that seem minor to others can feel overwhelming to someone with adrenal fatigue. This isn't all in their head. It's not psychological. This is physiology. My patients are not malingerers. There is no greater desire than to return to a fulfilling, active, productive life. In fact, if there's a common trait among people with adrenal fatigue, it's that they're often overachievers who've pushed themselves far beyond their capacity for adaptation long before they ever slowed down. The most common mistake I see is forcing a return to normal too soon. That effort frequently leads to relapse. Time, pacing, and proper care are required for recovery. When people ask how they can help someone with adrenal fatigue, the answer is not to push harder or motivate more. One of the more important things you can do is accept unconditionally what stress is in your loved one's body and mind, even when it doesn't make sense to you. Reducing external stress wherever possible matters. This may mean fewer expectations, fewer demands, and fewer situations where they feel pressure to perform. Flexibility is essential. Energy fluctuates, plans may change. Responding with patience rather than frustration reduces cumulative stress. Protecting rest is critical. Not just sleep, but mental rest. Fewer decisions, less stimulation, more space for the nervous system to settle. And it's important to remember that healing from this condition is measured over months, not days. Patience is not passive, it actively supports recovery. It may help you to know that your loved one is not navigating this without structure or direction. Healing occurs when regulation is restored across the systems that govern the stress response. The first priority is always to calm the system. Without that, healing and repair just can't occur. From there, care focuses on stabilizing energy, supporting sleep, regulating blood sugar, reducing cumulative stress. Activity is paced very carefully to prevent repeated crashes. The process is individualized. There's no one-size-fits-all, no rigid timeline. Progress is measured by reduced symptom intensity, frequency, and duration as the system stabilizes over time. The goal isn't just symptom control, but a body that can adapt to life again without being overwhelmed by it. If you support someone with adrenal fatigue, your understanding matters. And if you're the one living with it, this is real, and recovery is possible.